founder of Deborah's Place, is also the host of the weekly TV show At the Table with Dr. Jessica B., airing every Saturday on MyNDTV 23. For 30 minutes, she engages in personal conversations with community leaders about the needs and topics that affect our community and how they're helping neighbors meet the day-to-day challenges. Here, she shares her journey full of struggles and challenges and how she beat the odds and now advocates for all of Central Indiana's abused, battered, homeless, and incarcerated citizens.
I come from a loving home, impoverished home. We didn't know we were poor because we had a lot of love. Grew up 4 houses down from the worst projects in Gary, Indiana. But I came from a good home. My mother was a single mother, but she, back then, getting a job at the post office was like the biggest thing. So, educated girl. My mother even sacrificed for us to even go to private schools, private Christian schools. But yet I was the girl who liked the bad boys. Ended up becoming a teenage mother at 17. I got pregnant at 17, had my baby at 17, and my son's father was murdered when I was 17. So all of that happened in a 10-month span. But I continued down the path. I ended up going off to school in Omaha, Nebraska. But I still was that girl who liked the bad boys, the drug dealers, and I paid a price for that. However, the last relationship I got in almost cost me my life. Very controlling, very abusive. The final straw for me is when he stomped me when I was 7 months pregnant, and I ended up getting on a bus with my then 7-year-old son, coming to Indianapolis. I was 7 months pregnant, well, almost 7 months pregnant, and when I got off the bus at the Greyhound, the police officer that saw me, because my eye was messed up a little black eye, he took me to the Julian Center. The first week I was there, a ministry came in called Healing Hearts from the church that I currently attend now, and they ministered to me. I remember they called and said, if you want to come down, you don't have to. I said a prayer the night before, and I asked God, could he heal my broken heart? And then when I heard the ministry come in, named Healing Hearts, I felt like that was an answer to my prayer, just like that. But while I was at the Julian Center, I got accepted into their transitional housing. And from there, it was like my life just catapulted. I ended up getting a mentor by the name of Maureen Hunziker, and she really was instrumental in me even thinking about going back to school because I was so broken. I ended up getting my insurance licenses, became an investment banker. So I worked my way up. I tell people, Rome wasn't built in a day, but anything is possible with hard work, dedication, and a drive to win. It was not easy being a single mother, living in the transitional housing, but I believe that it was not just my saving grace, the Julian Center, but it was the mercy of God, because I could have been in jail because of the lifestyle I was living. I could have been dead because of the lifestyle I was living. My children could have gotten taken away from me because of the lifestyle I was living. And so this is why this work is so important to me, to go back. I always tell people I'm going after another Jessica. Stayed in banking for a decade plus. And now I'm entrepreneurship for a little bit. Well, it was part-time entrepreneurship, now full-time entrepreneurship. But full-time entrepreneurship now for like the last 10 years. So, but with that being said, the nonprofit space, I always wanted to give back. There's one scripture that talks about in Matthew 25, and it talks about what you've done unto the least of these, you've done unto me. And I always wonder, had somebody stopped me at a certain age, would I have made those mistakes that I've made? You know, so what keeps me going is the fact that if I can just help somebody, if I touch one person, I'll touch the whole community, you know? And just the fact that I know I was written off by a lot of people, and rightfully so, in some instances, because of the decisions that I kept making. I didn't just make them one time or 2 times or 10 times, I kept making them. And it just didn't affect me, it affected other people. But when I know that I've helped one person, or a young lady that might just walk in off the streets, we were getting ready for the point in time count where where the city does for the homeless. And Anthem was here and all these people, and the lady come in, it's freezing outside. Her baby has a thin blanket on it. I'm talking about this, and she had on it had some socks or whatever. I'm like, hey, let me stop this. I know you're here for the good time, we're getting everything together, but this is a person in need. Because I was once her. I was once on the receiving end. So that keeps me going, because I was once you. And who am I to judge you? Because one day, my grandmother always said, today just might be the day. Today just might be the day that they changed their lives.
For more success stories, visit our website or subscribe to our newsletter. A few weeks ago, some of our Rock the Mic podcast students from the Jewel Community Center visited our station. Here's a quick look at that visit.
The first stop of the WISH-TV tour saw the Yatvak podcast students meet with our staff that contribute to the Rock the Mic podcast. It allowed them to learn about career opportunities in media, such as graphics.
And then from there, I was able to create some of the podcast art.
The tour continued through into the WISH-TV newsroom, where our students had two unexpected but welcome encounters. First, with News 8's anchor and reporter Derek Dennis.
Oh, cool, the Yatvak class. Well, I'm on the air right now, so I only got 10 seconds, but I hope you guys got a little bit of a glimpse behind the scenes of what we do here at WISH-TV.
And the students took the opportunity to visit the studio where we produce the weekly Rock in the City show. As well as meeting the crew, they were able to sit in the hot seat, try their hand at reading the prompter, and experience what it feels like to be in front of the camera. These guys are future stars in the making. I'm Joe Savini for WISH-TV and WISH-TV.com. The first stop of the WISH-TV tour saw the Yatvak podcast students meet with our staff that contribute to the Rock the Mic podcast. It allowed them to learn about career opportunities in media, such as graphics.
And then from there, I was able to create some of the podcast art.
The tour continued through into the WISH-TV newsroom, where our students had two unexpected but welcome encounters. First, with News 8's anchor and reporter Derek Dennis, and then with Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Oh, cool, the Yatvak class. Well, I'm on the air right now, so I only got 10 seconds, but I hope you guys got a little bit of a glimpse behind the scenes of what we do here at WISH-TV.
Well, we're going to be watching you from upstairs.
Okay, good, okay. They can hear me. IFP.
Hey there. Hey, welcome in. I saw you guys were going to be here today.
So we're in commercial right now, but in about 20 seconds we'll be on television. And the students took the opportunity to visit the studio where we produce the weekly Rock in the City show. As well as meeting the crew, they were able to sit in the hot seat, try their hand at reading the prompter, and experience what it feels like to be in front of the camera. These guys are future stars in the making. I'm Joe Savini for WISH-TV and WISH-TV.com.
You can find the Rock the Mic podcast on the All Indiana Podcast Network. We'll also have a link to this student-driven program, which gives young people the opportunity to create their own podcasts and get a behind-the-scenes look at career opportunities in media. We hope today's show has provided both information and inspiration to help you start and sustain whatever business journey you may be on. Visit our website and subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all of today's stories and to watch past episodes. I'm your host, Derek Dennis. We thank you for spending this hour with us. I'll see you next week.
Business Equity and Opportunities is made possible by Bose McKinney and Evans, Eskenazi Health, Indy Biz Pass, Indy Chamber, and Lilly, a medicine company.